Okay, so I want to speak about or discuss how to check a capacitor for a AC system. Um, First of all, one of the most important things is to know what it does. So the capacitor provides a power factor, which is basically it adds torque that makes either a fan motor or a compressor easier to start. So it adds power factor. All capacitor has a rating, right? There's one that has two pins, that's similar to this one. You see, it says 5 MFD. That's basically 5 microfarads, and this one is rated for 440 to 370 volts, right? And there's two pins. This one here, which is a defective one, you see it says 35/5 UF. Well, UF and MFD is basically the same thing. And this one that says 35/5 has three pins, right? You see the pins there. And then you could also look at this one, which is a new one. And this one says 55 plus 7.5. And this one says 440 37 volts, 370, and this uses MFD, which is the same as UF. Okay. All capacitors, well not all of them, but those with the three pins, if it's used on an AC system, has three terminals. You see, one says it has a C, that's basically common, and then one says fan, and then the other one says harm, right? So common is where power goes to, and then this one serves two purposes. Harm serves the compressor purpose, and then fan serves the fan motor purpose. Um, on a bad capacitor, you could see like this one here. It's actually swollen. There's sometimes traces of oil. That also could indicate that it's defective. But if you see the middle is swollen or anything like that, usually it's defective. A simple way to check them is to get an instrument that has capacitance, right? If you look at that symbol right there, that's the one for capacitance. So as long as you have that, then you can basically test it and see if it's rated at what it says. You see this one, for example, this one is a 5 MFD, right? So if you take the same instrument, put it on capacitance, you put the two pins, let me see if I could do both of them together, like so, right? So you have the pins on both terminal, and then the instrument should tell you what it is. You see it says 5 UF, so this one is good. On the ones with three pins, right? Remember, this one serves dual purpose. It says in this case it says 55 plus 7.5. So the first thing you need to do is find where is the common, right? You put one terminal on the common, and then if you want to check for the compressor, like so, alright, you put the other one on the compressor that says harm. Harm basically is the compressor. So you see, put common on harm, and this one is 55 plus 7.5, so 55 is for the compressor. Usually the compressor rating is behind than the one for the fans. And then you check, the instrument. So the instrument says 55. So now you want to check to see if the one for the fan is okay. So you keep it on common, and the other terminal goes on fan, like so. And then the instrument tell you, see this says 7.6, so we know this one is good. This one is the defective one, and this one might be a little more difficult to kind of see, where the markings are. Usually you could put a piece of chalk or something, but sometimes it's kind of difficult to see. So the first thing you need to do is identify the common. Right? I don't know if you can see it there. See that one says fan? I don't know if you see that. I hope you did. See that one says common? It is rusted, but it says common. And then you need to make sure that the pins is rusted, but you got to make sure that it's making good contact. So sometimes it may be necessary to mark it, score it so that it makes contact. So I'll try to do both of this together. Kind of difficult, but okay. So I have the common and the one that says fan. Alright, see, and if you check on the instrument, this is 0.04. Remember, this one is I think is a 35 plus 5, so between common and fan you should be getting 5 microfarad. It says 0.4, so we know that part of it is bad. So let's go between common and harm. Harm, as I said before, is for the compressor. So we have it in common and harm now. That's like so. And then we'll check again to see an instrument. And then there's nothing. It's not doing nothing. It's just that's what it reads. So we know that one is bad. So there you go. You can get these items on ozoneairdesign.com. You may need a capacitor or fan motor for your AC. It might be that the fan itself is bad. It might be the capacitor. Is always good to check the capacitor first. And see what's the rating of the capacitor once you know the rating, right? You check, make sure it checks out. If it doesn't, then you could change the capacitor and save yourself some money. You would not have to buy the motor. So always check your capacitor first, and you can get these parts at ozoneairdesign.com. That's OZONE air AIRDESIGN.com. You have contactors, capacitors, and other AC components. And also we give good advice. Thank you.